Whenever we talk about Marc Marquez, we try to discuss things from various angles. Not only the humongous numbers that he has accumulated through his sheer talent and hard work, it's the overall impact that he has had, and still having on this sport stands out a lot. Not only his sporting glory, the way he elevated this sport to new level, taking this galore from his idol Rossi, is just breathtaking to say the least. Even his tireless effort to come back from that horrendous injury, nothing but salute for Marc. So, with all this records under his belt, he has this dominating record, which many, including myself, think is simply unbreakable. This record is bound to stay in MotoGP for ages to come. At least looking at the present competitiveness of MotoGP, forget breaking, it's 99.99% untouchable at the moment. And hence, of course, we are talking about this 10 consecutive victories in 2014 season where he decimated MotoGP paddock with ease. So, without wasting any time, let's take a brief look into that run of Marc Marquez. It was the opening round of 2014 season in Qatar, where newly crowned world champion couldn't have asked for a better start. Started on pole but lost the lead to Jorge Lorenzo. But Lorenzo crashed and it was tussle between the new rising star and the old horse in the name of Valentino Rossi. That day, we saw a glimpse of what would follow in the future battle between Rossi and Marquez. But at the end, Marquez held on and started his title defense in best possible way. Then came the American Grand Prix and Circuit of the Americas. The love affair of Marquez and America began in 2013, but it got even deeper in 2014 where it was a grand slam for Marc. Pole position, fastest lap, race victory and maximum points in the bag with victory by more than 4 seconds. Marquez was simply cruising through in premier class. Came the another South American Grand Prix of Argentina where Marquez went from strength to strength. Third pole in a row, led from start to finish and cruised to victory with more ease. There was nothing other could do. MotoGP paddock was already beginning to wonder how to stop this Marquez storm. 2014 Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez saw another demolition from Marc as he claimed another Grand Slam. It was 4 poles in a row followed by 4 wins in a row and second Grand Slam of the year. What else Marquez would have hoped for? By that time, he was already 28 points ahead of second-place rider. Well, what can we say? The best ever start to the campaign for Marc. Legendary Bugatti circuit has always been kind to Yamaha, and everyone were expecting for Yamaha's fight back with all the armory. But guess what? 5 poles in a row and 5 wins in a row from Marc with another Grand Slam in the pocket. Marquez was like a flying eagle who was just flying like a flash and breaking records for fun. There was nobody nearer to Marquez competing on qualifying who bagged 6th pole in a row. But it wasn't until Italian Grand Prix in Mugello, finally after Qatar, another driver Jorge Lorenzo from Yamaha gave a proper crack for victory. It was just 0.121 seconds between top 2 drivers, but once again Marquez didn't give an inch to bag 6th victory of the season. And guess what? 3rd Grand Slam in a row and 6th consecutive victory. Finally came 2014 Catalan Grand Prix where Marquez's teammate Dani Pedrosa was able to break pole streak from Marc. But nothing changed on Sunday. With fastest lap and race victory, he was able to control the race and 7th consecutive win with best ever start to MotoGP campaign. As we all know, TT Yasin is considered as the cathedral of racing. With all going his way, how would serial winner like Marc Marquez suddenly back off? Although he was surprisingly beaten to pole by Alex Espargaro, but on race day, he decimated the field and from there on, this tag, boring season came across every people's mind. His championship lead peaked to 72 points by that time. No wonder Marc is considered as the undisputed king of the ring. Sachsenring has been his territory since 2011 and how can this circuit betray him? In a bizarre race, where we saw a massive stampede in flag-to-flag race, it was another bread and butter for Marc as he claimed remarkable recovery victory, and 5th Grand Slam of the season with uncountable records already broken. Indianapolis Grand Prix in America, what else could we hope for? Bookies were spot on, as Marc Marquez would always win no matter what. It was heartbreaking 6th Grand Slam, 8th pole and record 10th consecutive victory. By that time he was 100 points ahead in the championship standings and already had one hand and 4 fingers in the championship that he would eventually win in Japan. After that 10th consecutive win, everyone was in this fear whether Marc would have clean sweep, but as every reign comes to an end, it was in Czech Republic GP where Dani Pedrosa was finally able to stop him, making everyone relaxed. Well, this is one of many records of Marc Marquez that simply looks unbreakable. In fact, I think this will never be broken. Such was the domination from Marc. He was just untouchable, and keeping aside 2019. This campaign of 2014 was easily the other best campaign of Marquez. So, with these said, I would like to know from you guys, will this record of Marc ever be broken? How do you rate this run of Marquez in 2014? Please have your say in comments section, and as ever please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.